Hi, I'm Tyler Johnston, Johnston Realty.
Brandi Sorensen with Johnston Realty.
And I'm Talia Jongsma with Johnston Realty, and we are bringing you your market update for the week of June 15th for Natrona County.
So what's happening in Natrona County this week?
So far, we have 224 active currently, anywhere from a low of 29,000 with an average of 500,000. Days on market so far, with a high of 690 days on market, a low of 2, averaging out about 64. And then pending, we have 138 pending currently. Low of 70,000, median of 350,000, with a high of $3.48 million. I like to say that.
$1 million.
And so far this month we have 63 sold with a high of 1.5 or 1.05, a low of 54 and a median of $305,000 sold. Days on market average, a median of 43 days on market for the solds, which is pretty low.
Yeah,
That's,
it's pretty quick.
So what about the over last year?
So it looks like we're down 6% over last year. We had 568 this year versus we were at 606 last year at this time. So the median sales price is just up 5% from last year, 299.9, and this year we're at 315,000. So just a little increase.
Increase in price and not to a little decrease in the inventory, which would explain the price going up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because it's a teeter-totter.
Yeah.
Back and forth. Yeah, and it's just, like I said, if you price them right, they move fast.
They are going fast.
Sometimes, obviously, an average
situations.
of a high of 600. Just people have a price on their home, and
Right.
Yes.
when somebody wants to pay it, they'll pay
Or
it.
it's a
Otherwise,
specialty. There's
Yep.
a special circumstance. So.
Yeah. You never know those motivating factors.
Right.
That makes a huge difference in that too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, some people want to get it done and gone as fast as possible. Other people aren't in a hurry, and they're gonna. This is my price, and so until I get that price, I'm fine waiting.
Yeah.
And that's fine too. So it all just depends.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
A mix for everyone. If you are thinking about buying or selling in Casper, Mills, Barnum, Douglas, Glen Rock, any of the surrounding areas of Converse or Natrona County, feel free to reach out to one of us. We'd be more than happy to give you any information, no obligation.
Something I find really interesting. We were talking to people, and people are still saying, which I think is crazy. You guys tell me, but I think it's crazy. People are still saying, well, with interest rates so high, and I'm like, I don't feel like they're that high, and I don't think that that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the 6s. Like,
Yeah. We have
historically, that is a good interest rate. Sure, it's not comparable to a 2 or a 3.
Right, but that was...
We're never going to get there again.
Circumstances. I don't think we'll get there again. We just have to remember to purchase the home for the purchase price.
Mm-hmm.
You're not purchasing your interest rate. That's always going to fluctuate. So, purchase the home for the price that you feel fits, not the interest rate, because those do change. I just don't want people holding their breath expecting that we're getting back into those 3s to even high 2s.
Yeah, and I know that means that your purchase power doesn't go quite as far, but that's something I feel like everybody just needs to adjust to.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to wait, let's just say, okay, I'm going to wait and see when, the next, whoever comes in, whatever the thing is, the actual prices of homes go up higher, even if the interest rate comes lower, and historically that does not, it still means you're paying more.
Yeah.
Way more.
Just because the interest rate comes down, which means you could purchase more, as soon as that comes down, the prices are going to go up higher. Because, again, now there's more buyers
teeter-totter
still fighting over the same pool of homes.
Yep.
It's not worth it for waiting, I don't think. If you're ready, don't, It depends
just
on your situation, but don't,
timing.
if that's the only thing, like, that's not usually a good reason.
Probably not a financially smart reason to hold you back from purchasing if that's something that you're ready to do and wanting to do.
Yeah.
Well, back in the 80s, when my parents moved back to Douglas, I was 2.
Mhm.
So my dad assumed a VA loan
At double digits?
at 11%.
I knew it.
And thought he had the best deal in the
Right.
world because
Yes.
everything else was over 13.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So it's everybody got so used to such
I
a low rate.
Try to tell people, like, I know you don't probably want to believe this, but in the 80s we had double digits. You
Yeah.
guys, we were double digit interest rates. So really a 6 is super great.
Yeah, I bought my first house and it was 6.75, and I was like thrilled. I was like, yay.
I paid an awful interest rate on mine when interest rates were low, but because I had enough money to put down because my credit wasn't on par because of getting things going and everything. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just like,
different.
I always just look at it as, okay, what's the payment? What's this going to cost me each month? Am I comfortable with
Can I
that?
afford that?
Yeah.
Okay, so then what homes fall into that payment?
Most people do that. They are purchasing a payment, not like a rate or a purchase price is what they're more concerned about. So, yeah, I definitely see that.
Well, it's definitely it's still a good time. So if you're
That's a
looking,
great time.
and it's one of those I keep hearing back and forth. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? And really, everything is still selling fairly close to the list price.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was even looking, there's a bit more give, I think, in what I saw in Natrona County versus Converse percentage of list to what it actually sold for. So, I mean, it's still a place where sellers, if they've got a good price on it, they can kind of hold, make sure that they don't give everything away just to make the sale happen. But buyers are still able to do some negotiating and get in there. And obviously, though, if the home is priced right, you got to get in there quick. Otherwise,
So those
it's
ones
gone.
that last for 4 days or less on the market.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So, Talia, what do we have for? Do you have a maintenance tip, a home maintenance tip we can talk about?
Yeah, so we could talk about it's summertime, so probably a lot of people are getting their hoses out for watering flowers, slip and slides, all the things. So just double check that the faucet coming out from, or the spigot coming out from the house is completely sealed, so you're not getting things like rodents or bees. Really love those little tiny crevices, so just make sure that you seal all of those up to keep everything that's supposed to be out.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing is you go to turn the hose on and there's a wasp nest
Yes.
right around.
Yes, there were some bees trying to make a nest inside of my turn-on knob, and I was like, I need to get the water turned on so I can spray you and all this that you already built out, because no, sir, we're not doing that. So,
Not building a home in my home.
so that's actually, it's a really great, the bees and the wasps really do like it, so that's a good tip.
I noticed, I don't know about you guys, but we have seen some huge freaking spiders too. I'm like, yeah, we need to do some sealing.
What? Well, I didn't have to do it around that type of stuff, but Brighton's car it quit, so it's just been parked, and I had something in there that I needed to get, and I didn't realize he'd left the window down.
Oh.
And I opened the driver door, and there was a spider web all the way across it. I was like, okay, I'm in a hurry.
I'm going to
Find a
pretend
stick.
that the spider probably crawled right on down. I've seen a lot of wasps. Millers. They're starting to migrate. There's so many by my house.
I have not seen any.
And they
Candace
get
is
into
definitely
everything.
afraid of those.
We've had a couple that have came in at night, like in the evenings when the kids have had like the, sliding glass doors open or whatever, and then they want to be like, and I'm like, we'll close the door.
Yeah, I make our kids like, no, we got to turn off the porch light so that they're not right there when we open the door.
Yep.
So,
I think it's funny because the cats will just chase them around. So the cat's chasing Miller, Candace is screaming, and I was like, look, whatever.
They don't bite.
It doesn't matter.
my husband got one in his ear one time because we were living down in Colorado in the RV when we were oil-filled gypsies, and we were all gone. He was the only one there, and there's a big miller. They're right in the path of like the migrating. Anyways, it just flew right into his ear canal, and it was like buzzing in it. And he's like, it hurts so bad. And he called me. He's like, what do I do? I'm like, I don't know. He went to the ER because I'm like, I can't help you. And so he went to the ER, and they see that a lot. And then we slept with blankets over our heads. I was so afraid.
Yeah.
My cousin, when we were little, had one hit her in the eye and got stuck under her eye.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Same.
So what's all going on in the communities this month or this week? We just had Jackalope Days.
Yeah.
And
the awards. With
community
Douglas
awards.
did the community awards. Deer Creek
Creek
Days
Days
is coming up in Glen Rock the end of this month, 26th through 28th. There's tons going on. They're doing like a strongman competition again. They're doing all these. Last year they did bed races, like you had to push somebody on
Yes.
the bed.
No.
The FFA sale. They're doing a gymkhana. There's lots going on. So, and of course we always have like the movie in the park and the bands. So movies are on Thursday. And then the Rock in the Glen is what they call it at the town square, where they have bands come on Fridays.
And that every night during the summer.
Every weekend during the summer.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just there at the town park.
In Casper, I know they've got a whole bunch of stuff going at David Street Station. I know there's a bunch of concerts coming up at the Gaslight Event Center. It's Rodeo Week this week,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep, CNFR is here, so tons of events going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday there is a opera play at the Lyric. And let me see, what else did I say was going on? Yeah, so Magic Flute Opera is the 15th through the 21st at the Lyric. And then the Casper Spuds, of course, are playing again on the 18th at Mike Lansing. Obviously, all the David Street Station stuff. But this week, the big thing's going to be all of the CNFR events.
That's for sure. Okay.
All right.
Anybody have good plans for the weekend, or everybody just
I have
Trying
to
to
make it through the week.
Yeah, let's take it one day at a
We'll
time
take the
over
time.
here.
all right? Well, if you guys have any questions about buying or selling, make sure you reach out to one of us on the team. Drop a note in the comments. We'd love to give you some more information. No obligation on purchasing a home, whether it's in Natrona County, Converse County, Casper, Douglas, Glen Rock, Evansville, Mills,
All the
Barnard,
things.
all the places.
Yeah.
We've got you covered. So, hope everybody has a good week.
See ya.
Thanks. Bye.